Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Cat, hello, how are you? Is it still morning? I can't see from my camera. No, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, Cat. How are you? Yeah, I played late last night. Okay, I did. I played late last night. Havoc. I forgot to turn that. I forgot to turn YouTube on, and then you have to turn it off, turn it back on, and just turn it off, turn it back on to check it. Kat, are you in Central Time Zone? Are you in Central Time Zone? Havoc, can you hear my fan? I've got a fan going. I forgot to. My green screen directly behind me, you can't see it because it's green, blocks the air conditioning unit from sensing my presence. She turns my room off. She turns my room off. Oh, Cat, it is still morning for you then. Ice Cube. Speakeasy Bob, how are you, buddy? Speakeasy Bob, thank you for hanging out with me last night. I would have played with you, but I was scheduled to do a raid with We Don't Work Weekends, Crimson, DeRousey, and Dwayne on Fire, Earn, and I met several new folks last night. I had a good time off camera. Crimson, thank you for inviting me. And be sure to thank DeRousey, Dwayne on Fire, and all the guys who played last night. It was a late night for me, a late night. Be safe, Havoc. Be safe. I know that he will be thrilled to be out and about. Hello, Polo. Hello. All right. What do I want to do? Today's broadcast, Nihilistic Ideations. I was thinking last night, Guardians, about the Hive. I feel like the Hive truly are one of the biggest threats that we face. And I have to think, Zale, hello, hello. I have to think the Hive just have no regard for the life of their people, of other Hive, because they send them at us by the billions. As a group, Guardians have destroyed billions upon billions, if not trillions, of Hive, and they just keep sending them. I have to wonder, is every single world that they conquered ate up with billions upon billions of Hive? They just keep sending them. Zale, I'm doing good. Thank you for that. I had a good morning. 9T Tsunami. Thank you for that. Thank you, 9T Tsunami. I got up, lollygagged around a little bit. That's been a prior word of the day, but it's not today's word. Today's word is nihilistic. Also, the name of the broadcast, Nihilistic Ideations. What does it mean? In relation to the Hive, Labradorite. Thank you, thank you. Did somebody do that? Did somebody do that? Let me look. Cat, thank you so much. Cat, I dream of a day where I can, hit those three broadcasts with at least 30 people. And with your help, maybe one day I can be a real gamer. I will be a real gamer, Cat. So, I often think in my head I can't possibly be a real gamer because I'm not good enough. It's one of those psychological things, but, Cat, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I keep thinking about the Hive and the fact that they just don't seem to really be concerned about it all. They don't seem to be concerned. And that's concerning. That's concerning. Like, I need to have a sit down with Savathun from a distance, from a distance, and say, Savathun, why? Why are you getting rid of your people like this? It don't make no sense. And can't, okay, now out of the trillions of Hive, now we know for sure billions. We know for sure there are billions. Oh my goodness, Cat, thank you. They're still popping up. They're still popping up. But out of all that, out of every bit of it, Zale, thank you, thank you. I've been working on trying to overcome those thoughts of inadequacy, but I keep thinking, out of all the hive, why don't, like, is there no good hive? Can just We've got one hive that was good, and we found her in the pale heart. She has the light in her heart, but I don't know. I keep wondering about it and thinking, out of the billions, you would think that just one of them would think outside the box. Hype train, level 3. I don't know what it all means, but it sounds good to me. Kat, thank you. I know that's you. Thank you, Kat. Hype trains, I'll have to talk to Havoc and find out exactly what they are. Maybe I can get some of those folks to come in. Come on in now and hang out with me, folks. Cat, page your way. Cat, page your way. Well, out of the all the ghosts that were created, Lift, out of all the ghosts that were created, we got one rotten one, Finch. And Finch turned good ghost bad. He turned them bad. Lazuku, retrograde insane. Lazuku is the one out of the billions of Hive. Billions. Lazuku is the one good one. And that seems hard to comprehend. That there would only be one good one. One good one. But Finch, he was turned bad by Savathun's ghost. And what is Savathun's ghost name? I can't think of his name. Little traitor. What is Savathun's ghost name? He turned Finch bad. He got Finch on the wrong path. But who was Savathun? Oh no, retrograde. Finch was bad. Finch revived a Hive Knight. I know, but he did dirty things. Cat, Amaru. Thank you, Cat. Mind freeze. You get them when you get older, Guardians.
The infinite force.
But definitely Amaru turned Finch to the dark side for a little while. He had a redemption arc because now he works for us. He gives us secrets. But Amaru is still out there alive. And all those Hive, the billions that they just keep sending, they have nihilistic ideations, and I don't think they've ever been taught anything different. I think they go down thinking this is good. Oh, Speakeasy Bob, are you working long hours? Be careful, because I know that Texas has got a big old heat spell. Be careful out there, Speakeasy Bob. Finch is morally gray. I think he definitely leans toward the light side at this point, Havoc. But he did revive the Hive Knight. What were the dirty deeds of the Hive Knight? The same dirty deeds they all do. Guardians around the world. I'm drinking some tea. This is a breakfast blend with some lemon. Whatever you're having, drink with me. Kat, what are you having this morning? Oh, that's good. That is so good. But yeah, I do think, I posed this question in one of my streams recently. Out of all the enemies that we face, all of them, that we know, we face them in battle, who do you think, Guardians, has the most potential for destruction? Who do you think? Kat, you're having some water. I try to drink a lot of water per day. I had a favorite water bottle. And my favorite water bottle went into the dishwasher, and it came out, and I set my dishwasher on sterilize. I like my dishes like squeaky clean. And I put my favorite water bottle into the dishwasher. This is my fault. I did not read the fine print. And, it was one of those see through water bottles. And I checked it when the dishwasher completed its cycle. And Guardians, it was a tiny nub of plastic. That's all that was left. The top was left kind of whole. The entire bottle was a nub. And it had a built-in straw holder. It was like a deluxe little, bottle, water bottle. Dazzy, it melted. It melted into a little mass. I could have used it as a weapon. I could have thrown it at somebody, the hive. Nikki, it's good to see you. Dazzy, it's good to see you. But Havoc, I don't think he's morally gray. I don't. But again, just a big thank you last night for all the raids that we ran. Thank you, We Don't Work Weekends. Crimson, I tried to watch some of your podcast. I enjoyed it. I didn't get to see all of it, but I had a good time with what I saw. Thank you, Crimson, for that invite. Now, I've been working on this earlier today. I was downstairs having some breakfast, and I did turn my PS5 on and just, picked a few of these up because they're XP plus and just XP plus. And I always like that. Nightmare Hunts. Dazzy, this one was definitely, it was a plastic bottle. And I got it. Now, I shouldn't, listen. Here's the catch, okay? Turn the story over and look underneath because there's something down there. A few years ago, I was up in the mountains and Havoc was with me. I know Havoc's walking his dog, but Havoc was with me. We were up in the mountains, not on a camping trip, but just visiting family. And we stopped at this place called, I think it was Dollar Store or Family Dollar. And there's not any of those around where I live. And I thought, this could be like a little treasure hunt. Let's go in. Let's go into this place. And we stopped, pulled in, and went inside. And lo and behold, it was like a treasure gallery of things I'd never seen before. They had water bottles, like summertime water bottles in bright colors, blues, greens, neon yellows. And they were marked down to 50 cents. And it was like a 55-ounce water bottle with the built-in straw. And I told Havoc, I'm like, there's no way I can go wrong with this. No way. And it lasted, Guardians, I kept it for 2 or 3 years. So I got my 50 cents out of the water bottle. But it would have lasted longer if I hadn't put it in the dishwasher. But while we were on that trip, Guardians, they had like a used gaming section. I guess they were refurbished, used, because they had all kinds of discs, tons of them, and everything was like $2.99 to $8.99. Nero, thank you, buddy. Nero Moore, thank you. And they had all these discs piled up in like their little electronics section over by the checkout. And I did find, a Destiny 1 Deluxe Super Special Edition with, the Plague Lands, the Iron Lords expansion. It had it all. And it was the most expensive one there. It was $8.99. And I thought to myself, should you buy this? Should you buy it? You own it already. I had the Plague Lands, everything. And D2 was out at this point. And I thought, I would never use it. But I kind of wish that I would have picked it up so I could have given it to somebody who's never played before. Or never played D1. So I kind of wished I would have done that. I would have liked to have given that away because years later, I have definitely found people where I would have sent them that copy so that they could have played. Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm hanging out with you guys. We're just chatting today. but we are going to play. I'm going to go in and warm up. Let's go into just a standard Vanguard Ops. What are my weapons? What am I wearing? Oh, I think I need to make some orbs of power. Is this going to work? I need Alpha Lupi on. I really need Alpha Lupi. Doesn't Alpha Lupi make more orbs? And I need to be making more orbs. I probably don't have one on me. And I would have to go over. I would have to go over to, my prismatic. Carlos the Crab. Carlos the Crab. How are you, buddy? Oh, Carlos, you know I like to jump up on my soapbox and shout it out to anybody that will listen. We've been discussing the Hive and their nihilistic ideations. I really believe that, and it's word of the day, nihilistic. I really believe that that's what they are. That's just how they come pre-wired. Carlos, welcome back to the channel. What are you up to? What are you up to? Guardians, everybody give Kat a big thank you for that huge contribution to the channel. It was spectacular. It was spectacular. I don't do this one. I don't do it. I back out. Now that was just a strike. Don't hate on me for that. They will find somebody else. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. But I don't like that one. I don't like anything that has walls that we can't work our way through, where you have to kill every last thing standing. And I like killing every last thing standing. It's who I am. I'm hardwired that way. But there's something about it when it's forced upon me. I don't like it. Walter, welcome back to the channel. How are you today? Carlos, just got off Destiny, finished my ultimatum clear of Spire, ended up picking up the Navigator. Oh, Walter, you're trying to get the exotic class item on the Titan. Carlos, it has been a while. Raging Girl Gamer, hello, welcome. We've been talking about the nihilistic ideations of the Hive. And I definitely think that's who they are, Raging Girl Gamer. That's just who they are. But it's bothersome that out of the billions we have defeated, the Hive, billions, that we've only met one good one. One good one. Even the Hive that have been gifted to become lucent and have a ghost of their own, they still choose a path of darkness. They still choose it. I don't understand it when they have been shown the light, they possess the light, they have a ghost, they come back over and over, and all they want to do is bad things. I want to do bad things to you. Yeah, that's what they are. Kitty, you've got food. Why are you screaming at me? She wants to go out and hang out all day long on the back deck. And she loves, there's a little lizard out there. I have a little lizard family. And she thinks that one day she can be stealthy enough to catch the little lizards. Does she not realize, kitty cat, the lizards have eyes and noses. They know you're there. Carlos the Crab, thy crowd. Why? Why am I getting this again? Now, don't force me to do something else, game. But, Carlos, we have had a few Guardians that went awry. They stepped off the path that was lit for them, lighted. They stepped off of it and they went awry. It's who they are. Guardians, now don't go anywhere. We're going to continue this conversation. I've got to go check my climate control. I'll be right back. She turns it on 72. I can't take it. I like when it's in the summer, I like it on 68. And when it's winter, I like it on about 65. I don't want that heat blasting me. And then, I do have some studio lights on. They're LED. They're not supposed to produce heat. But, maybe it's psychological. Shh. All right. I'm going to try it again. Perhaps it's just the side of the same coin you fall under. I don't know, Carlos. That is possible. We would need to just think about it, explore it, discuss it, talk amongst yourselves, that kind of thing. But, out of the billions, we had one. We had one. And out of the millions of ghosts that were formed, I believe it was millions because everybody that's gamed had a ghost. And Destiny has had millions of players. We've had a few rotten apples. I can't remember their names, but we have lore cards about them. We specifically heard about them more, I think, in just Destiny 1. I really think, does anybody remember who are like some of the named guardians that found the darkness? We know that Drifter is a rogue light bearer, and that he has probably in his past done questionable things. Oh, good. I like this one. I like this one. My goal, I need to make some orbs. Millions of orbs. Burn them up, Guardian. Burn them up. Where's this old boy? You need to get on out of here. Wow, he ran for me. I'm hiding. I'm hiding behind this obelisk.
Hey, that's our guy. The one guarding the temple. What's he doing away from his post? This could be our chance.
Alright, I feel pretty good about that. I made a few orbs. I made some. Oh, Shin Malphur, the Dredgen. Yes. You remember, Carlos, how long have you been playing? Oh, right into the urn. Right into the urn. Goal. I scored. I need that. I still don't have my super. Don't you step up on me like that. I'm going to need to see your documentation. How did you get in here? This is for Lucent Hive. Now, I'm probably going to run out. I am using this. You scared me, sir. You look like a Lucent Hive. Another one? Another one? Alright, the way forward should be open. That's all we have to kill it. The door's closed. There it goes.
Look, back there. The path is unblocked.
Whee! Wow, Carlos. Wow. So are you like 20 or 21 now? The Dark Below. I started back when it all began. 11 years. 11 years. I was basically a teenager. I was basically a teen. Wow, Carlos, you and I, we're double D gamers. We are double D. D1, D2.
Controls. I mean, how does this...
Double D's, Carlos. Double
Here we go.
D's.
Let's move it.
Holding a grenade made me this phenomenal shirt that was, you know, so good. It was so good. Yes, a teen. Oh my gosh, I need to get this. Here I am looking at my chat screen and they're trying to kill me. These hive. These are the hive we've been talking about. Savathun, you know, she's got a ghost. She has the light.
Why did we stop?
I don't know. Didn't expect this. Just a little leg up. You get that barrier down, right? Sure you can.
I should have gone the back way because you can sneak up here and grab this stuff without really having to work with them. What am I doing? Make a deposit. You have the orb. I have the power of Grayskull. Oh, we were talking about Lift. We were talking about Carlos was really young when he started Destiny. Very young. Ooh, powerful you are. If I don't get moving, I'm going to miss the boat. Don't miss the boat, baby. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Finally. Where are you? Where are you, Guardian? Come back. Okay, he's in front. You die, you're rewarded by further progress. Lift, how are you, buddy? How are you?
Finch, we're stuck again.
Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech. It's so archaic. Just give me a sec.
Alright, I need some orbs. I need to get my super back. Please don't go. Please don't go. Oh, I see. I knew I'd be about. Get on up here, Ironside. Have you solved any cases recently? Now, I need to get on in here because here's the rotten part. Lift, I'm glad. I can't hardly see your icon.
Temple's not far from here.
You said this is a temple?
I
to
can't
Earth?
hardly see that. Is that? It's some type of mask, isn't it? I don't know.
Savathun's brother, the Taken King himself. Two killed each other about 1,000,000 times over, but she dedicated a temple to him. Funny how that works. Now be careful.
Now, I know this isn't the bad one.
I can sense
But
light here.
if you run up here along the edge, you can kind of ignore a lot of the bad stuff. Wrong way, wrong way, one way. Moth! Lucent moth, the worst kind. Stay back. Back, I say. Consume. I missed it. I missed it. Whoa, that was a whole batch of them. Somebody stirred up a brew of evil and sent them down here to get us. These guys, these guys are actually making really good progress. I don't guess I stayed to the backside enough. Ooh, you've got just seconds, Guardians. Just seconds. Weight of Darkness, time 10. Go on, guys. Go on now. Stand by the lantern. Make it to the end.
Looks like we're
Will the
all clear.
horror never
We're
stop?
heading in.
There it goes. Thank you, Shark and Ironside.
This place? He's an old rival of ours.
The
It's no
mystery
joke.
has been solved.
Pretty funny that
Ironside
doesn't
found
follow the
Shark.
orders of the temple,
Oh, Carlos, you'll come back around. You'll come back around. Oh, Carlos, don't be a stranger. Come back and hang out. You know that I need friends. I've been on this journey for 3 years streaming, and it's hard to find some friends. And I need some friends. That's kind of the one thing, about all my years of working and all that kind of thing. I wish that I would have definitely stopped more to make more friends. She got me, but I got one of them. I think I took several out. I wanted to do that, Guardians. I'm trying to make orbs. Whoa! Did you see the crawler? All right, he moved along. But thank you, Carlos. Thank you, buddy. Move along. Don't mess around. Move out. Don't bring me down. All right, this is a good one for orb creation. Look at all of them. I can have a super in no time. Super. I got a super. Parts made in Japan. Watch out, buddy. They're after you. Why did I choose this weapon? I don't know. I know he's immune, but I'm going to shoot him all the same. Look at all of them. Look. Throw yourselves at the Guardian. Bye. Bye. You look like Finch. You smell like Finch. Maybe you're Finch. I don't think so, though. All right, can I get enough of these to get a super again? Ah, shoot. Why did you have to move? Stand back in the middle of my room. I did not hear from you. Jump on up. Jump for my love. Jump in. I know you missed me. Oh, another level? I thought we were about done. He knocked me off. Where is he? Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Grab it, shark. Holy moly, that was a good time. That was a good time. Bungie, I need to know who created this strike, this nightfall, this grandmaster, this adventure inside the throne world. Would you like to know more? Yes, I would. Bungie, we love you 97.1% of the time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But we need somebody. Oh, Kat, I do love peanut butter. I've been using that Lotus cookie, Biscoff peanut butter. So tasty. So tasty. Let's get some commendations out to these guys. Commendate. This looks good. There was effort and thought put in that. Shark, you look good. Ironside, you look fantastic. How did I do? Shark with 89, I did 95, Ironside 57. Damage ranged from 25 to 43. I created 49 orbs. That was my goal. I have achieved a goal of 49 orbs. 50 would have been better, but I'll take 49. Now, somewhere around here, I need to look like I was supposed to create orbs. Where was that? Maybe it was on seasonal. Dazzy, my stream ended. It says it's back up. Ali, how are you, buddy? Am I back up? We're going into another one. Ali, good morning to you, buddy. How are you? What are you up to? What are you drinking today? I'm having some breakfast blend. They're building a lot of new homes down from me over there. And I think they mess with stuff. Oh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I think they mess with stuff, really.
They're trying to excavate an artificial well.
I'm going to keep borrowed dye. I'm going to keep it on me.
Increase in geothermal activity as a direct result of drilling at this site.
What about pessimistic projections?
You know, Guardians, I have one goal in mind.
Well, that is a reasonable assumption.
I like to get up there and get those old harpies in their face. Don't take them down, Guardians. No. I wanted to do it. I wanted to be a hero. Stains, how are you, buddy? How are you? Welcome into the chat. All right. I wanted to be the one that did that. I was denied. What? Don't take nothing off of her. All right, we got one more, Guardians. You got to get this old gal over here. She's up to no good. They're no good, they're no good. Orb created. Show me the stones. Oh, Guardians, I thought that was going to fall right out from under me. I thought mistakes had been made. Over there's the Exodus ship. We pause for a moment to remember those that have gone before. Exodus down. Alright, now we're running on in. Look at my health. Come on, health. What's going on? Is this one of those where you can't get nothing because your health is always going bad? Dazzy, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, I almost got burnt right there. Why am I not healing up? I feel like if there's, a big negative like that, there needs to be something over on the side. I need something on the side telling me your health won't come back unless you're moving, running, never stand still. Something like that. That's what I need. They're just standing there looking. Too late, Guardians. You're gonna see nothing because you were facing the other way. Now, Guardians, there is a chest down here filled with ammo, and you don't have to release those guys. Those guys do not have to be released. Right over here, there's a chest. Here it is. Ammo, ammo, ammo. Z-Tizzle, how are you, buddy? How are you? All right, did I miss the good ones? He killed them all. You've killed them all, sir. I just got back up from grabbing ammo. That's how good these Guardians are. Hello, Justin. How are you, buddy? Justin, can you hear me? Justin's an 8 in an 11 world. Guardians, there is another ammo crate right down there. I don't think I need it. That orb, I don't think that orb even worked, Rob. I don't think it worked. I hate that. Next to the witch, that's one of the ones I always want to get first. Alright, let me go see if I can't do a little damage. I definitely, all of those, the tanks, I had my fill of tanks with heavy metal. But what I want to do is try to make it over here alive. Don't you run from me, Thrasher. Man, oh man. He outran me. He outran me. Boy, that felt good. I was going for the gold, Guardians. I was going for the gold. There's no way that thing is immune. Alright, my team's that good. They're that good. Popcorn on the field. Popcorn. Harpies. Ma'am, I met your sisters in D1, and they were much cuter. Wow, they want this circle. You can't have it. Today, you hear the words you've not heard before. No. You shall not pass. The little harpies have gotten smarter. They're dodging like crazy town. Get her, Guardians, get her. Show me the way. I fell for that trick once. They will not get me again. Alright, I'm going for the ammo crate. There's another one back here. There's like 9 of them. I've missed a few of them. Woo-wee! Look at all of them waiting down there behind the waffle pattern. They want to waffleize me. That Deidre. Hello, hello. Cody, how are you? Does she not know that I know who she is? I know who you are, ma'am. You're an exploder. Why doesn't that little thing go away? Boy, this team is good. Good to me. Good to me. I don't really understand, you know, how those little things work. Like, that did not trap me. It didn't trap me. I think, and there's a chest over there, Guardians. I think, you know, it's just, watch out. Watch out. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. There's one right over here. Do I want to stick with this? I'm going to do something different. Who's doing that? Those monsters up there trying to weaken me. I see you. Wow, these guys are booking it. Does that mean I'm going to have to book it? Don't leave me, Guardians. Don't jump down without me rallying the flag. I need the flag. I'm running, Panther Jackson. Grrr. Oh, good. Okay. I'm here, Panther. I'm here. Justin, where have you been, buddy? I thought you guys were ahead of me. Eat on that. Eat on that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get right here. I mean, he's immune. He's immune. Let me at it. All right, how many is it gonna? He's almost gone. Spare no mercy. Woo! Holy, can you believe that, Guardians? This weapon unleashed. Unleashed. It is a thing of glory. Riven. Thank you, Riven. 1,000 voices. We need a catalyst. That's all I'm saying. We need a catalyst. I need 6 in the chamber. I need damage upped by 20%. I need it all. I need it all. And I need this clicked, probably, right? Let's give out some commendations. I could have got more damage. You got to look at all those stats. Ooh. Ooh. Winter is coming. Panther Jackson, you look good. Jon Snow. I see Jon Snow in that outfit. Justin with 148. Panther with 96. I had 82. Good times were had. Now, I'm headed to space for a moment. We're just gonna a brief reprieve from the action. And a sip of tea, whatever you're having out there, Guardians. Drink with me. Step up to the bar. Let's have a drink together. All right. Now, I always liked a cranberry juice. I was a big fan of a cranberry juice with a cherry in it and a hint of lime. You know, give me a lime wedge. Oh, here's where I need to be creating orbs of power. So I need to go back. What did I do with my really good grenade launcher? Obviously, I've done something with it. Here it is. Lost signal. Words of wisdom. You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. You're sipping some special hot chocolate. I made some Italian hot chocolate recently on my channel. Some Italian hot chocolate. So let's go to the moon, and I need one. I guess I can do Kale of Kales, but I also really like Omnigul. I do like Omnigul. Did I change my weapons? What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? I'm sticking with what I got. Let's go see Omnigul and give her a hard time. There might not even be anybody playing this. That's how bad it could be. There could be nobody playing it. Nobody playing. All right, I didn't turn this little monitor on, and I need to turn it on. Browse. All right, that's better. That's better. That monitor is on. This Nightmare Hunt Anguish, this is, you know, like the half-baked imagination of Omnigul. Because Omnigul was so tough, Guardians. She was tough. I liked her. I thought her in D1, and let me tell you, she scorched me many times. Scorched me many times. And I think I'm alone. No! Somebody's in here with me, way down in there. You left one, sir. I took care of it for you. He might be running past everything. I don't like doing that normally. Not a champion. You can't leave a champion. There could be, you know, some EDZians coming here for a picnic. What is he doing? I think I'm in here alone. I think I'm alone now. All by myself. Another champion? He is in here. He ran way ahead. Sir, we're never going to get platinum with that action. Boom in your face. Hello, Omnigul. I knew you when you were somebody. Somebody that I used to know. Oh, goodness, sir. That's how you want to be. I see who you are. You don't know how we roll around here. Look at these. How many of those will it take just to do her under? A new quest? A new quest? I didn't even know I had that. I didn't know I had it. Blinded by the light. They don't know she's dead yet. Look at that. They don't know she's dead. There it goes. There it goes. It took them a moment at headquarters. She's gone, headquarters. She's gone. Give me my loot. Give me my loot. I can't commendate. I can't commendate. Alright. Was that fun? Yeah, I wish the guy would have just slowed down a tad. You need to slow down a tad, sir, and let everybody enjoy the moment. We need a moment in the sun. We had seasons, we had fun, we had moments in the sun. I don't know the words, but those, you get the gist. You get the gist. Wow, I like this look. I like this look. Is it me? Am I alone in liking this look? I like it a lot. Now, did that do anything for me to get all that stuff? Yeah, because I want all the additional XP. Oh, I'm only 66% on that? I need solar damage? I need solar damage and submachine guns, fusion rifles. Oh, now am I going to want to do that? That's only an XP plus. This is a plus plus. I'm at 66%. It says I need a fusion rifle. This is a fusion. You know, I could go that route. I could do this. You know, I need to do this, right? But this would give me a lot of orbs. But I'm now done with the orb portion of this program. No more orbs. Stop sending orbs, said no one ever. Alright, I need to go do another one. I need to get the nightmares, though. I think we missed a lot of nightmares. Omnigul. Let's do Kell of Kells. Skolas. Let's do Skolas. Skolas, can you hear me? Guardians, I didn't even bring a gamer snack. And look at that. Look at the time. Where does it go? I didn't even bring any gamer snacks. I had some new kind of apple. I was in the grocery store, you know, a few days back. Deliberately, I know, I had to go. And they had a new apple, and it was called cotton candy. And I was thinking, you know, would that be good? Would the cotton candy apple be tasty? I don't know if it would or not. I'm not sure. I ended up not buying them because they had this big old luscious looking golden apple that I picked up, and I thought, ooh, this is fairy tale worthy. A golden apple. A golden apple. All right, I'm running, but Merkman. Wow, all these are dead? I'll take those. Resource. I'm with you, Merkman. I'm with you. Wow, he is booking it. He's booking it. I have definitely been in this one where it malfunctioned a lot. And things just didn't work out. Now, doesn't something pop up right here? Boom in your face. I'm so sorry, ma'am. It looked like you had an olive branch in your hand. Alright, we were joined by a third. We were joined. Where's he at? I'm going to need you to show yourself. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. Alright, he's gone immune. You calm down, ma'am. I'm just gonna give you a little injection of sunshine. That was so fast. So fast. But I definitely did this, Guardians, on a live stream at some point, and something just went horribly wrong. I ran it like 5 or 6 times, and it would not let me finish. It would not let me finish the thing. And you definitely can't give out commendations there. Now, did that do any better? Okay, I'm at 98%. I need to do that one more time. One more time. Moon. Let's definitely... I like the Kell of Kells. It's so fast. We got this down to like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, one of them. Because there was a point where you needed to run this for resources. To all the Guardians who have recently followed me out there, thank you so much for that. That has real meaning. Real meaning. I'm battling algorithms, and one day I want to press play button. You know, it's one of my goals in life is to get a press play button. My mom, when she was living, she was just a sensation. She had thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. She was just super popular, to the point where, you know, if I took my mom out shopping, when I would go and visit with her, because she lived a very far distance from me, and I would go out and visit with her, and she would want to go and buy a new blouse or have a meal out. And she would have people that recognized her. And my sister said, well, I'm going to try it. And, 2 weeks later, my sister had, 100,000 followers. And then I thought, it looks so easy for them. They were just very likable. They were very likable, especially my mom. So likable. I always feel like I want to get up here into this section and throw down something to, give them a hard time. Why wouldn't that? I'm going to have to move my controller down. Witch! No! Oh, man. No! Nikki, my mom was just a superstar. That's all I can say about it. A superstar. And she never knew how to handle that out in the real world, though. She didn't know how to handle that. All right, get the witch. Get the witch. Vex, what are y'all doing here? Your day in the sun is over. Nikki, you are correct. I'm fixing to hit 4,500. I'm 3 subscribers away from hitting 4,500. So I do feel really good about that. And ultimately, Nikki, if I didn't have a single follower on YouTube or Twitch, I would still be playing the game. I would still be playing it. Boom in your face. Hello. Oh, hello. You were over there hiding. You could have escaped with your life had you not stuck your head out. I would have moved along. But thank you, Nikki. Yes, and you know, Nikki, I was so lucky to have a job that I loved. I never felt like it was work. 90% of the time, you know, I never felt like it was work. Boom! You know, in this one, Guardians, there's some little snipers up there. Why were you shooting at your own guy, Mr. Knight? That doesn't make any sense. That's the 3 I wanted, and that's the 3 I got. Who's still shooting at me? They're all shooting at you. All right, I better pick this up. Excuse me. And Nikki, she did a lot. Basically, you know, it was recipes and gardening, and she just loved to have a good time cooking different recipes, hanging out in the garden, and not. I don't mean like mowing the lawn. I mean like flowers, you know, herbs, vegetables, fruits, that kind of thing. She loved it. Am I in here by myself? All by myself. Oh my gosh, they just come out of nowhere. Hello. I might have to use the old ways, because I think I'm supposed to pick up an orb. They just keep coming. All right, now if I get all of those gone, is he down there by himself? Wow. Wow. Oh, come on now. Come on. Why'd you have to do that to me? Why? I'm the last guardian standing. Whatever. I'm having so much fun with this weapon. It's so good. Come on now. Wow-wee. I was joined, but I could have made it solo. I did this on solo. Wasn't this selectable at some point? I don't remember. And it just kept malfunctioning. I had like 8 malfunctions in a row. And I finally gave up on it, did some other things, came back to it, and it worked. It worked. Now, did that give me what I needed? Yes. XP plus, XP plus plus, and just a few of these. New step. I did not have any of those. Machine gun kills. I really thought I didn't pick any of these up. But what I can do is I can go over and just take care of business. I do like to put a flag down. There could be somebody coming up in the ranks that need it, and I need it. So I'm going to share it. Machine gun. I do like Ager's Scepter. I'm just going to play with it for fun because that's what we're here for, having a good time. Oh, maybe borrow Dyad. I need to get at least 1,000 DEDs on that. All right, place the banner. Be a good guardian. Do good deeds. Be kind to your fellow guardian. Eris, I'm not going to pick anything up because I'm trying to get these all completed. Essence of Anguish. I'm going to have to delete that. These are XP plus, though. I don't want to have to do that Lost Sector 3 times. This one's tempting because I do like the one in the European Dead Zone. I go to the one by the church over where Devram is at. But let's just go get this completed for Eris Morn. Let me take a look at it and see. Waves completed, grenades. I've just got a few with her. Ooh, it's quiet in here. Somebody's got this going. Just Blase. Iggy Natus. Iggy, how are you, buddy? But before I do that, I like to do this. Remember, we're climbing the XP ladder. I forgot to look to see where everybody was at last night. But I am sure, you know, they were on up there. Boom in your face. Boom in your face. I just got rid of you, ma'am. I just got rid of you. Look at all of these. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I know what I need. I know what I must do.
There's nothing left.
These are the adventures of the brave and the few. Her again and in the same spot? Oh no, they're gone. And I probably won't get another one on this next batch. 6. You know, I got 6. I just need 5 more. Oh, last altar. Last altar. That means these two guys have been cooking. They have the ingredients. They have the heat. Let's watch them bake the cake. Alright, let me hightail it over here, because we all know what's coming. A bad bunch of business. He burned me down. Cue the music. Cue the music. I'm going to have to get serious with this. Reloading, reloading. He looks so small. I'm gonna have to go over here and fight this guy again. He's not stunning? Not really? Reloading. We got him, Guardians. He's going down. Wow, great treasures have fallen. These ones are mine. Alright, I'm going to pick this up. Now, did that get me anything that I needed on this XP? Oh man, Void, I need just a few more on that. Void, finishers. Finishers on the moon. I need some Void. Okay, I've got both Voids in. And I could do the finishers here. If I don't totally take them down, I just need a glow upon their head. One little tap. I just barely tapped you, sir. I'm going to need some finishers. Ooh, I do like this gun. I do. That was so tasty. Okay, that started another circle over there. Now, let me look and see exactly what am I supposed to be getting here. I want XP, and I need to check it and see. Trace rifle, linear fusion, rocket, machine gun, waves completed. Submachine gun. Oh, void. I need some void and some finishers. Let's put that on. And everybody's making haste over there. No, she's not coming toward the sacrificial plate. We can't have you near the plate, ma'am. We just did the dishes. So aggressive, Guardians. Can you see why I'm calling it nihilistic ideations? Because they have no concern. They have no concern. Just in order to take us out, they would sacrifice legions. How many orbs of blackness did she throw at me? You don't get those every second, ma'am. I don't understand how you had so many orbs. And look up here. Chest, chest. Chest. Guardians, I do like a good chest. I'll stop for a good chest anywhere along the way. Alright, I'm full on this. You know, I would rather be using something really crowd control. Chest. Now, let's see, where am I? Where am I? Did I do anything good here? Submachine gun. Void. I still need some void, so let's switch to void. I don't like you loafing around over here. You look suspicious. Very suspicious. He was carrying a chest full of glimmer. Whose orders were you working under? Sivu Arath, no doubt. Sivu Arath. Jason, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Borrow Dyad is potent. Stick a finger in this and you'll pull out enough. Borrow Dyad. Alright, here come the old witches. They slow everything down. You know, if it wasn't for the old witches, this wouldn't be slowed down at all. Jason, how are you? What are you up to? Leave my friends alone! Guardians, what? This is my question. This is my questions. I love the fireworks of the battlefield, the explosions, all that goodness. What weapon armor combo gives us the most explosions? Oh, Jason, is Rake Angle back? Is Rake Angle back? What are you farming for? What are you farming for? Oh, the slammer. Now that's the sword, isn't it? The slammer. Did I get anything else here? Oh, energy weapon. I need to use an energy weapon. Ale, that would give me the most explosions. You know, cause I was playing earlier, and Choir of One is pretty good about explosions. But I was also, ma'am, you dodged all of that? You've been trained. You have been trained. But I was playing with a couple that I really, you know, liked. And I was just wondering, Choir of One gives me a lot of explosions. Lotus Eater gives me a lot of explosions. What lights up the battleground more than anything else? Which one is it? And Lotus Eater does a phenomenal Narayan. It really does. Lotus Eater, it puts down some good feelings. I got a good feeling. Oh man, I hate it. That thing runs out of ammo so quickly.
Yo, what's up?
Jason, how are you, buddy? How are you?
Yeah, been good.
Now, Jason, I know you've got slammers, right? What are you saying? What are you saying?
I wanted that version.
Okay. I am 100% for that, because the better weapons you got, Jason, you're going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. But I would have figured you had that for sure.
I didn't really farm it. I don't think it was a good week the last time I was around.
Let me look and see which one I've got. I don't remember. It's the slammer that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the stasis sword.
Where are they? Oh man, I've got a vault full of those. Enduring Guard, Chain Reaction, Cold Steel, Eager Edge and Cold Steel, Heavy Guard, Pugilist, Bait and Switch, Chain Reaction, Cold Steel, Swordmaster's Guard, Eager Edge and Cold Steel. I think I'm set on the Adept version. How long have I had these? How long have I had them? I wonder.
Yeah, I want the Eager Edge Cold Steel on the Adept version. I've got on the normal one, but I want it on the Adept one. Just so I can use that mag and stuff on it.
It will be yours. It will be yours. If you don't have anybody to play with, you know, I will be thrilled to go in and hang out with you. I know you've
Yeah,
got
for
an
sure.
active clan, but if you need somebody, you come on in.
Well, if you I know you still need that rake angle as well, so I can run some with you when that's around if you're interested.
Now, is
I know
Rake
you didn't-
Angle also out next weekend or tomorrow?
No, I'm just saying like next time it's available. I'll
Thank you,
run some with you.
Jason. I know you helped me before. We ran tons of them, and I never got a single one that I wanted.
Yeah, I feel bad because stole your role when we last did it.
It was just, it was just unfortunate. It was a series of
Yeah.
unfortunate events.
Don't worry, you'll get it.
But I ran several raids last night off camera. We had a real good time. I was running with We Don't Work Weekends. Crimson had invited me, and I was off camera. I got booted. Yesterday was a bad day, Guardians, for connections. I did get booted, but I thought I just want to play, some. So I'm going to go ahead and play, but I don't want to have to be concerned about getting booted because it happened multiple times, like in the last 2 or 3 days. And we had a good time. Some of Crimson's friends needed some weapons out of there. And I think that's, I still need a shotgun. I don't remember. I'd have to look to see which one it was. I don't have the pattern for it.
What raid did you run?
Vault of Glass.
Oh, Ball Class.
Yeah, and it went by really quickly. They do a lot of stuff, Jason, where they, go through and, like in the boss room, all of us would die, and then you don't get pulled over to the other side.
Is that the Atheon fight you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a little cheat you can do for that.
And I think I've played that with you before, where that's been the, how we operated it.
Maybe if we ran it.
Or wait a minute, you pushed somebody off the edge. You pushed somebody off the edge. I think that's how it happened.
Oh yeah. So how it works is you can freeze the Praetorians and you can just push them off the map on one of the sides. I think you can do it on both sides, but I think it's easier on the left-hand side.
So we had a lot of fun in there, and I did get one red box that for the scout rifle. I didn't even know I needed it. But where was the shotgun at, Guardians? Let me look. Let me go to space. I just clicked over another bounty. Well, I got 4 of them. I didn't use a rocket launcher, and I need more trace rifle. All right, but let me go to space and take a look at it, Jason.
Okay.
Narayan L says the Sunshot and a Warlock with chromatic fire. Is that those long burning, big old orbs of fire that they throw out? L, I think it is. But I need to stick with my Titan. Now, let me see. Patterns and Catalyst, where are you? Where are you? Right here. Let's go over to shotguns because there's something I'm missing and I need to look to make sure where it was. Found Verdict. Is that Vault of Glass? I think it is, maybe.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I didn't get a Found Verdict last night. I got everything but Found Verdict. So I need 3 more Found Verdicts.
Did you grab the quest from Hawthorne?
I know I've got 2 from her, but it might be Garden of Salvation and Last Wish. Let me go look.
Yeah, so just in future, if you're running like Vault or any of the raids, just make sure you've got the quests, and because you'll get extra free red border if you do that.
Jason, how does the job hunt go? Are you still, actively searching for something?
Yeah.
And how is the job market in your country? Are they fairly plentiful? Are jobs super hard to find? How is it over there?
Like any other country, but it's where I live. It's not the best. Or
are you in a remote area or are you in a city?
I'm in a remote area, so yeah, it's quite bad out here.
Mountainous? What type of region does your area look like? Do you have like lakes and
Um,
streams and mountains to hike, or are you more of in a flat area?
it's more of like a flat, like country area I'm in.
And would it be sheep and cattle or goats? What would I see on your
Yeah,
countryside?
it would just be all farm animals, pretty much. Yeah, so cows, sheep,
I bet it's beautiful,
pigs.
Jason. Really, I mean, it sounds like it's in my mind. It's lush and beautiful. I love farm animals. I like chickens. I've always wanted a pygmy Nigerian goat. There's just a lot of little animals I would love to have. Of course, in my neighborhood, all that stuff's restricted. I did have some little pet chickens in the backyard. My neighbors did not, you know, one of the neighbors didn't mind, but I had a hateful neighbor on the other side, and she looked one day and saw chickens and thought, they were monsters going to fly across the fence and attack her, and she called the police and said, "Oh, he's got chickens over there," and the police said, "Sorry, ma'am, there's nothing against chickens, so he's allowed to have chickens." And she actually, Guardians, this is a true story.
Step on up.
This is true.
Take a look.
She would get in her vehicle when she would see me go out to walk my dogs. And she would circle around and follow me on my walks through the park. Wherever she could get her vehicle, she would follow and just give me dirty looks. And, I don't know, words. Something was coming out of her mouth, but I couldn't understand it. And she was quite horrible, really, Guardians. And the police, she called them 3 or 4 times, and one of the officers came by and just said, "We're stopping here because she's making a fuss, but you're not breaking the law. You are allowed to have chickens." And several people in my neighborhood actually had a few pet chickens. I had no insects in the backyard. Their chickens are do-gooders, and they give you eggs. But luckily, she finally moved away. I was so glad to see her pull away, because she did scare me the way she would follow me around the park. Because, like, what was I supposed to do? She was in a vehicle, and she would stay to the roads and just watch me as I walked the dogs. Like, "What are you doing, ma'am? What's your plan? Is somebody right now jumping the fence and hunting down my chickens?" But then, after she moved, it got worse. It got worse. You Guardians have heard me talk about how the neighborhood, we had feral kitty cats. They had all been, spayed, neutered, fixed. And they all had their rabies shots. They all had their paperwork. But everybody in the neighborhood fed them, took care of them, because we had like this big rat population that moved in. This is all true. And one of my vehicles was sitting outside, and I had left it sitting on the parking pad for, maybe a week or two, maybe longer, as I do not enjoy driving because there's too much traffic. But I got in to go one day, and it just wouldn't start. It was dead. I thought it was a dead battery. I popped the hood thinking I'll jump start it from another vehicle. And the rats had made a home inside the vehicle. And Guardians, it was a mess. It had to be towed off. It would not start, and they had to redo the wiring harness and something else. Luckily, insurance paid for all of it. But, for that reason, everybody in the neighborhood's like, "Glad we got cats. Let's take care of them, feed them, keep them all up with their medications." But this neighbor replaced my crazy neighbor. And he actually, it's difficult to talk about because I'm an animal lover. I am a friend to the animals. But in his backyard, he put out, the vet said autopsies were done. I've got good neighbors. We paid for autopsies on the 6 dead kitty cats, and they all had been poisoned with the stuff they put in radiators. is it? I don't think it's called radiator fluid, but what is that stuff they put in the radiators to keep your cars from overheating? That had been put in antifreeze, anti-heat, antifreeze. That had been mixed up and left in a bowl in this guy's backyard, and it killed 6 kitty cats. And my next door neighbor down over here, she went over there. Let me tell you, she's an animal lover too. And she went over there and she said, I know you're new here, you've just moved in, but these were neighborhood kitty cats. They have all had all of their shots. They've all been fixed. We had a rat problem, and we're thrilled to have those kitty cats here. And we all know you did it. We know you did it. And he never confessed, and he never denied. But we lost 6, and there were like 10 kitty cats. There were a little colony of kitty cats. And I had a little kitty cat house outside. I still have one outside, but there's no, there's one wild kitty cat left because we do have a fox, a coyote, something has moved into the neighborhood. People catch it on their Ring doorbells, and we've got video. But it caught like 3 of the kitty cats. We think that's what happened based on remaining evidence. And then I think an owl caught one of the kitty cats because there's lots of big trees. I live by, a massive park. And we've got 1 kitty cat left, just 1. And I'm hoping that Bobtail, is able to make it. But when Mother Nature takes its course, I don't get disappointed or really upset about it, because the owl was doing what owls do. The fox, that coyote, whatever that thing is, it belongs here. It belongs here. And the guy, though, the neighbor that put that poison out, that was an interference with Mother Nature and just a tragedy. And I'm glad my neighbor basically said, hey, we're watching you, and we will call the police. But, I try to I don't get involved with my neighbors, guardians. This is my thoughts. Why I don't have friends. I don't really get involved in my neighbor's business. When that guy moved in, I said, welcome to the neighborhood. My name's Ransom Ryder. I live right over here. And if I see anybody other than you messing around your house, I will call the police. But I just kind of stay to myself. And that's how it is. I'm not one of those neighbors you drop in on and hang out with if I don't know you. Now, if you're a gamer, we'd go play. We'd go have a good time. But the neighbors, I just don't really hang out with them at all. I just want them to stay in their area. I stay in my area. Keep your yard mowed and be friendly to the animals. But luckily, he moved out after about 2 years. Nobody liked him. Nobody would speak to him. And I do walk multiple times. I walked about 4 to 5 times a day when I had my Italian Greyhounds. But I still walk, still count squirrels. And I do, keep a watch on people's stuff. I don't want anything bad happening. But I don't get involved with them. Dazzy, it does happen with people that I don't know what he had. Maybe he had a fear of cats. I don't know what the deal was. But now I've had neighbors in that house for about 1.5 years now. And they're great. I mean, I wave when they pull into their driveway and I see them. They wave at me. And that's what I like. We wave. We're waving neighbors. Now, Zatu, do you live close to somebody? And do you have animals where you live? Do you own animals yourself?
We don't own animals, but our neighbor is not the best.
Oh, not the best.
Yeah. So I've got experience with bad neighbors as well. So.
Yeah, I had 2 rotten neighbors. When I had this house built, Guardians, I had this wonderful family that I just loved. They lived there, and I thought they were just awesome. They had beautiful children. Their little girl looked like a princess. And every day, every birthday, and every Christmas, I always made sure. I was in the music box industry, and not just boxes, but figurines, all kinds of stuff that played music, and had voice chips when that technology came through. But I always made sure I gave her like an Italian music box from Sorrento, Italy. And, even years later after they had gone, their mom stopped by with the little girl, and she said, she treasures those music boxes. She still got them. And we want to thank you for being such a fantastic neighbor to her and me and the family. So they were great, and it just never, I never had that kind of neighbor in there since then. But hopefully, the folks that are in there now, I've never seen the guy's wife. I just see him. And I know they have a German Shepherd because I have seen it in their backyard. But everything is really fenced. This entire neighborhood, it's all fenced, and you really don't see what other people, would have. But I occasionally see their dog from my second floor window when I'm looking out. And I love dogs. I love cats. I'm a friend of the animals. Legitimately. Now, have you had any pet dogs, puppies, Jason?
Yeah, I did have a dog when I was living with my dad, but that's the only pet I've really had. I had a guinea pig, like a hamster, and that when I was younger as well.
I grew up with so much. I had pet rabbits, chickens. I had a rooster that I raised by hand that would, kind of hang out with me like a dog. We had the family pets. And, I left home at 18 and never really went back other than just to visit. Not that I, avoided home. I just, went away to school and then moved immediately into my career and just never had the opportunity to go back and stay because my mother and father lived in that super isolated community. And now I see Guardians on TikTok and social medias, on YouTube. There are a lot of people in those communities that talk about how isolated it has been and how there's a different language. Language was so different, Guardians. I'm going to tell you this little story. Let's just talk, you and I. Language was so different. Like, I grew up in a region of my town that felt really isolated because we were surrounded by woods. But I was close enough that I could get to the grocery store quickly. But there are regions where I grew up where if you wanted to run to the grocery store to pick up some milk and bread or a snack, it would take you 35, 45 minutes to get to the grocery store. And my nephew grew up in one of those areas. And I had not seen him for many years because he was much younger than me. And I went in for his high school graduation. And I was thrilled to go in and share the high school graduation and get to see him. Really nice kid. This is one of my nephews. And he came in to the house. I was staying with my mother and father who were retired there. And Guardians, I did not understand a word that was coming out of his mouth. And he grew up in one of those areas that was about 45 minutes away from where I grew up. Same county, same town, everything shared, same school. But because he was so isolated, the people in his little area, they all kind of spoke the same verbiage, the same words. They understood the words that were coming out of your mouth. And I couldn't hardly understand him. So he was sitting with me after graduation. His friends were coming by to pick him up. They were going to go out, I don't know, probably build a bonfire at the lake, which is what people do where I grew up. And he was talking to me, and I was struggling to catch the meaning of his words. Even though I grew up in the same town, but that is how it was when I would go to school. I went to school with around 70 people. The people that were bussed in from these other little secluded mountainous areas, it could be difficult to understand what they were saying. I remember taking a lot of English and literature classes in high school, and my instructor would always ask me to read aloud for the class. And I certainly have an accent, I certainly do. But I always got asked to read aloud, and I asked her one day, I said, I enjoy this reading aloud, but why do you call on me, like 2 and 3 times a week? And she said, well, Ransom, we're able to understand you a little bit better than some of the other students. And I knew what she meant. Now, as cable got buried and, big old towers went up and the TV signals started coming in and communication with the outside world hit, I think some of that has gone away. But when I was recently there on a trip, Havoc and I drove up. It's been over 2 years now. I say recently, but it's been over 2 years, probably 2.5 years. We spent about a week there. I still find it to be very true. It would be difficult for someone like you, Jason. It would be difficult for you to go in and understand a word that some of those regions were saying. As I'm sure that you probably, does that exist in your area? Do you have areas where, maybe the language, certain words are to that area, they're generalized in a certain region?
So America's a lot bigger than Scotland, for example. Like, I could probably, so we all really have.
Scotland's about the size of some of our states. Like one state.
Yeah.
Like England is the size of the state of Arkansas.
Yeah. So like, we don't really. We've got different, like, yeah. It really depends. So some areas might have like different ways they say certain things, but overall, we would still understand what
What's
each
being
person
said.
was saying. But the thing is, with states in America, there are. It's a bit different. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, because each state usually can vary in accent and the verbiage that you would hear being used.
Oh yeah, like
now, does your country, if we look at it historically, Zatu, were there like who did you guys fight with as you were becoming a country?
with English probably.
The English, because I've watched several of those, documentaries, those series on history, and I know there's just always has been, an animosity, a fight for the land, because so much of it is so beautiful. Now, if I watched a TV series, is there a TV series that would have originated in your home country that would really show the setting that you're in?
I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you ever watched the film Braveheart before?
Yes.
That's based on the Scottish War with the English, I believe.
I need to re-watch that, and I have actually been thinking about that, Jason. I've been thinking about re-watching it because it's been a long time since it originally came out. I have not seen it since it originally came out. And that was from the 80s, I think, wasn't it? Or early 90s?
It's been a while because Mel Gibson was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I used to be a fan of Mel Gibson when he did Road Warrior. That was from the 80s. He did Mad Max, he did Road Warrior, he did Thunderdome, all based around the same character. I loved 1 and 2. Thunderdome, not so much, but Part 1, Part 2, I really loved. But I'm going to have to go back and watch it. So that was filmed in your
We're here,
homeland.
stranger.
Yeah. I don't know if it's filmed in Scotland, but I know it's based on our country and that. But I know for sure that like as we're talking about like accents or whatever, like
I prefer Ghost.
Cat, Braveheart was 1995. I have not seen it since 1995.
yeah, as we were saying about the accents, like many Scottish people, depending where you're from, do have different accents, but like I wouldn't say it's
Understood.
I remember
bad as,
Liam
like-
Neeson did a movie. I can't remember the title of it. I wonder what country that was based in. He played a historical figure that really existed. But now I can't remember what that character was. And I think Jessica Lange starred in it. But it's in, your part of the world.
yeah. So there was figures like Robert the Bruce, William Wallace. I'm pretty sure William.
Now, when does your spring start going, Jason? Are you in spring right now? Like we're headed into summer.
It'd be the same for. I think it would be the same for us here as well. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause it's
Now, do you get a lot of snow?
It depends where you're from as well. So for example, I'm in like I'm not up by the mountains or anything. I'm on the flat area, so we typically don't get as much snow here.
Right.
Compared to from like up north, they probably get more than us here. So
I don't get a lot of snow in my region, but where I grew up as a child, we had multiple feet of snow. I loved it because we would be out in the snow and Guardians. We were never prepared, even though we knew we were going to get snow every year. So my mom would give us old socks because we didn't have any gloves, because we didn't normally wear gloves for cold weather. It was just something you knew you were going to have, but you didn't buy gloves to be out in the snow because, you need to be in the house next to the fireplace. But she would give us socks, and she'd say, here, wear these socks, and if you get too cold, get back in the house. And I remember those socks would be waterlogged, Guardians, in a matter of minutes, and all they would do would be to help freeze your fingers, and we don't have to take them off. And then my mom would be like, why did you take the socks off your hand? Your fingers are going to get cold. And it's like, they're wet, they're cold, they're freezing us. But now that region doesn't really get as much snow. It just doesn't get as much.
So you're talking about like Scottish TV shows and movies earlier, Ransom, weren't you?
Yes.
I can recommend probably one of my all-time favorite TV shows from Scotland, and it's actually based in Scotland as well.
Let's hear it.
So there's this TV show called Still Game. I don't know if you've heard of it before.
I don't think I know it. Spell it for me.
Still, so it's Still, then Game.
I don't know it.
I would highly recommend you watching it. It's a comedy as well.
And I love British comedy. Now, I wonder if I can find it on BritBox, because I do have a subscription to BritBox.
But it is on Netflix.
Oh, it is on Netflix?
I don't know if it's on Netflix for you.
It might not be on American Netflix, because Guardians Netflix is different based on the country or region that you're in.
Yeah, so there's I can recommend you other stuff if you're interested.
Well, I will. I'm gonna look for it because I'm all about a good series. My favorite detective. Brenda Blythen, I think is her name. She was up for an Oscar, and she may have been an Oscar winner here in the U.S. For one of her roles. But she did a series based in England called Vera, V-E-R-A, and I absolutely loved it. 15 seasons. Now remember, seasons and some of the other parts of the world aren't 25 and 30 episodes long. some of her seasons might have been, 5 or 8 episodes. But it showed so much of England and how beautiful it was. And I was thrilled to get to... I'm dead? I'm dead? What's my team doing? But I just loved it. And so I'll have to check your series out. And I like the comedy.
Oh yeah, to let you know as well, it does have some language on it, like which is the funny thing about it, 'cause it's a comedy. But I can give you more stuff if you're interested.
I don't mind language. It's just my broadcast that I try to keep it clean for viewers around the world.
Okay, gotcha.
But language does not bother me. I'm a horror fan. Like, I would love to go see Sinners right now, and I've not been to see it. But I will look it up and see if it's available to me on Netflix. And I do pay for BritBox on Prime.
Okay. It should be on that, because it's technically a British show, isn't it?
And, well, yeah, because Netflix actually, does a lot of imported programming.
Yeah.
And I love to hear it in its native language, and I just turn subtitles in English on.
Yeah. Yeah, so the humor of that show is probably going to be something that you'll need to get used to as well, because obviously it's completely different to probably stuff you've watched as well.
Well, I like Benny Hill. Did you ever see any of that, Zatu? I know Benny Hill's from a long time ago, and it's English. But I love Benny Hill. It's so funny. That humor was so funny. And it might be because way back when, Guardians, if you look at it, my family actually came from England. When we look at our family tree, we stepped off the boat from England way back when. And that's not far from where, Zatu is at in Scotland. I mean, how long would it take you to get into England, the country, officially, Jason?
So there's the border between Scotland and England, because we are actually connected to each other. So I'd probably say maybe like 5 hours, 5-6 hours, maybe.
Wow, that's not bad at all. Because it takes me, about 3.5 hours to get to my mother and father's, where I grew up.
Yeah.
And then I have family in Texas, which takes me like 18 hours to get there. It's awful.
Yeah, that's the thing about America is a big country.
Yes, it is. Very big. Guardians, this is one of my favorite Grandmasters. It's been a while since we've had this, and I look forward to getting it back. This is the Glassway, and I struggled here. I don't mind confessing it. Oh, now Dazzy, I am a fan of Tubi. I don't mind a few commercials because Tubi has got so much on it. It's amazing. Tubi has a catalog from like the 40s to now, and I am an absolute fan of it, and it's free. It is free. I pay for Prime, and they added commercials last year. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Oh yeah, have you ever watched Harry Potter before, Ransom?
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did a lot of the musical figurines and music boxes working on the Harry Potter movie collection.
I'll give you a fact, right? Do you want to know this? You know the school, the Hogwarts school.
Yes.
Do you know where that is based? Do you know where it's from?
Yes. Mountainous, beautiful. Is that in your country?
Yeah, it's from Scotland. Yeah.
Wow. So when the little flying car picked him up in England, it flew to Scotland, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's not like Hogwarts is set in England, but it's not at the same time, if that makes sense.
Right. Yes.
It's filmed in Scotland, but it's not actually based in Scotland on like the movies and stuff.
Oh, she got
yeah.
away before I could take her down. I'm coming, Guardian. I'm coming. You got to move around. She's vile. She's almost dead.
Yeah, but if you ever want like anything like Scottish to watch, well, just let me know. There's way more stuff if you're interested.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Yep.
You know, part of my interest in it really has been fueled by being able to hang out with you, and you're always such an awesome person. You know, it's fueled my interest in finding out about your home country.
Appreciate it.
That's why I was so amazed. You know, I had been buying those butter cookies for years because my Italian greyhounds,
Until next time.
they loved them. I would give them to them as a treat.
Yeah.
And I would buy Scottish butter cookies, and Walker. They were Walker's butter cookies, which is from Scotland. And that was why I made those cookies, to celebrate, you know, our friendship. Ooh, Guardians, look at Aquilax. You look good, Guardian. But so does this guy, Bruce. You brought it. You brought it. Now, I was goofing off. How did I do? 106, 32,000. Aquilax 97, Bruce 68. I made 33 orbs, and I feel good about that, Guardians, because sometimes my orb generation is at the bottom of the barrel. You'd have to dive to find how many orbs I created, because there'd be like one or two. Rab C. Nesbitt is the best Scottish TV character ever. What program is he from, Dazzy? Paul, greetings from the East Coast. How are you, buddy? I like the look of your icon. That looks menacing. I don't know who that is, but I like it. Paul, welcome. Guardians, I'm not trying to ignore you. Samuel L. Jackson loved Liverpool that much he added the LFC theme tune to the end of the movie. William Wallace, Braveheart. You know, the Liam Neeson movie, Ali, that was like one of my best orb runs ever. Let me go to IMDb and just look and see if I can find. I'm going to search for Liam Neeson.
Yeah, so that Rabsy Nesbitt, that's actually the name of the show as well.
Oh,
that's
is it?
The character on the show, yeah.
Rabsy Nesbitt.
And that's another Scottish comedy as well, just like the one I talked about earlier on as well.
Alright, let me see if I can find what Liam Neeson was in, because he did it with Jessica Lange.
I did, so you're talking about those, the Walker's Shortbread Company, right?
Yes,
is that,
yes.
Yeah, I actually, well, that's pretty good.
They're delicious.
Shortbread.
They're hugely popular here in America. But the butter cookies, the shortbread that I made, it was the one that Queen Victoria got served to her when she visited your country. They still have the notes. It's all historically documented, and I took it directly from that recipe. I ended up giving all of those away. You know, I did give those away. But I loved them. I loved that recipe.
Yeah, Aberlour is not actually far from me, actually.
The factory isn't?
Oh, where the rated walkers.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, have you ever tried them, Jason?
Oh yeah, I've tried them. I've never been to the place where they made them. So Aberlour, yeah, that's not actually that far at all. That's like probably like maybe 2 or 3 hours away. So it's just
That's
it's
not
far.
bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Guardians, this Liam Neeson movie is, a long time ago, but I'm continuing to go on back. The first time a boy Darren, hello, thank you for that. The first time I ever really was aware of Liam Neeson, he did a movie called Krull that I have watched recently. It's one of Havoc's favorite movies. And I think there's been talk that they may remake it. It was certainly, epic and worth being remade. But Liam Neeson was basically an unknown when he did that. Rob Roy was Liam Neeson and Jessica Lange. Where was it filmed? Scotland. In 1713 Scotland, Rob Roy McGregor is wronged by a nobleman. This is based on a true story. Such a good movie. This is such a good movie. I'm going to need to rewatch this. I'm going to give this a rating of 8 because I remember loving it. But I am going to rewatch it. Rob Roy. It's based on historical documentation. So I'm going to watch that and get a look for, the countryside. And I will detail it further, Guardians, because it's possible they filmed it somewhere else. And, it looked like the country where Jason is speaking to us today. Now, Guardians, there are gamers around the world. And we all got to stick together and be good to one another. Because we all game down here. I'm going to fly into the tower.
You want to hear a funny thing as well? You know how you're talking about that Rob Roy film?
Yes.
That and Braveheart came out in the same year.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
1995. Dazzy, I love Krull. I loved Krull. It deserved more attention. But I remember critics talked about how it borrowed some design. It was influenced by, in some of its designs, from Star Wars because it came out after Star Wars. But I still think it stands alone. Beastmaster Singer, wasn't that the guy who starred in Beastmaster? He was like an animal talker. He could speak with the animals. What was the guy's name? Singer. Mark Singer. Mark Singer. M-A-R-C. That movie, I think they even did a television series about it, but it needs to be remade. And I did read in the trade papers, Deadline Hollywood, that they want to remake Krull. And we already know that, I think, was it Amazon that bought the rights to Harry Potter, and it's all being redone. It will be a television series.
Do you want to hear a controversial take with this Harry Potter stuff they're redoing?
Oh, sure, yes.
Probably going to ruin the whole franchise, I think.
Now, why do you think that? Why do you think that? Just because we love the movie so much? The world loved them so much?
Not exactly. It's I'm not going to say it on stream or anything because obviously I don't want to get in trouble or anything, but it's just the casting of all the characters. It just doesn't fit the characters at all.
Yeah, it's hard to fill the shoes of the original casting because it was cast to perfection. It really was. But the casting can ruin a movie. Sometimes I wonder how casting directors get their way. Because sometimes you look at it and you're like, how? Why did they cast it that way? And there are times, Guardians, where I watch a movie and I'm just thinking, and I'm going to just use this as an example. Like Tom Cruise, I never see him as the character. I'm like, that's Tom Cruise. That's Tom Cruise playing a character. Where when I watch some of the other people that play characters, you totally believe like they're that character. They bring it to life to a point where you just feel like it's that character. So many really good ones, but like Tom Cruise, I just look and think that's Tom Cruise. And I'm a Keanu Reeves fan because the Matrix series, even number 4, I liked number 4. But I always look at that and I feel like Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves in every single movie. Every single movie. Where someone like Meryl Streep, when she played Margaret Thatcher, the milk snatcher from England, she totally just embodied Margaret Thatcher, and she was believable. You didn't see, her as the actor. You saw her as that character, and she has brought that to so many of her roles. I just am a big fan. And that's really greatness. And of course, she's been rewarded with 3 Oscars. So it's fun to go and look at these movies and look at their locations. Your most disliked prime minister, I thought, but Dazzy, didn't she do? No, I don't know, Dazzy. I didn't live in England, and I was, in school and then, working all the time when she was prime minister. And I don't know. But to the outside world, I think she was tough, very, just by the book. She do this, and do this. And I thought the people loved her. Now, I know that she was called Margaret Thatcher, the milk snatcher, because she, if I remember correctly, she stopped the school milk program for students. I'm going to go see Hawthorne. I'm going to see Hawthorne. So, often media can, put a little bit of fuzziness around the facts, and we might not have heard the whole story here in the U.S. Brothers, I don't think I've never seen any of the Austin Power movies. I know. I've never seen them. Wow,
they're so
I'm
good.
fixing to hit Prestige 12 with Hawthorne, and we've got like 50 some days left. Last Wish and Garden of Salvation. So was there anything here for Vault of Glass, or maybe I didn't see it, or I did have it and clicked it off?
It's on the next page. There will be one on the next page unless you picked it up.
Nothing here on the second page. It's just Garden of Salvation, Last Wish. Let me see if I had it.
You must already had it because it would be under where those raid banners are on the next page at Hawthorne. But it's not there for you, so you must have picked it up.
Why am I still getting red box? Was that the one red box I got last night?
So you get 2, so you can grab one from the chest at the end, and you can get you get one from completing the quest
okay.
as well.
I didn't open up the chest because I was actually thinking I probably had everything, but I didn't buy anything from the chest. How many spoils of conquest do I have? I'm back up to 148. I should have probably got that, Guardians. I should have probably got that. Brothers, people tell me that Austin Powers is so good and that I need to watch them. I think the only Mike Myers movie that I've ever seen was Wayne's World. Wayne's World. I think that was it. I think that's the only one I've ever seen. And I was a huge fan of him, his work on Saturday Night Live. I thought he was so funny. Farm spoils, like in There, some of them, yeah, like you can go into Vault of Glass, and I think that you can get those chests fairly easy. There's 2 chests that you can get fairly easy there. Where else could you farm spoils that would be easily obtainable? Do you know, Jason?
So probably the easiest ways to get them is probably the vow and Vogue, the raids. They're, they're probably the easier
Yeah,
ones.
Vow of the Disciple. You kill what, the 2 ogres, and then you can get the first chest in the swamp.
Yeah, so how you do that is you just take out all the ads, then you just don't pick up those little pointy like Dorito things off the ground.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you can just go and loot the chest.
Guardians, stop the presses. Breaking news. I am the only clan member currently on in Coterie of Arms. This is the first time I've ever seen this. I'm it. I am it. The only one. I have never seen that before. Wow. Wow. That is crazy town. That is crazy town. Zatu, you come on in and hang out with me. I need a friend in this game.
I'll be jumping out in a sec anyway, because I'm going to be running stuff.
Oh, are you leaving? Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'll chill in here until I need to leave, but
What are you guys working on? Are y'all doing a raid?
No, so we're gonna do some prep for Ghosts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So we might run Ghosts a bit for refresher or whatever.
I need 1 arc kill, and can I do it? Can I do it? I need to get in there. Now, what do I put in as my primary, my kinetic weapon? What would it be? I do like this, but I haven't been able to stay alive long enough to even use Lost Signal. And I am not fast enough with Riptide. I'm not. Lost Signal, I would get one ammo, but I could throw it on the flag if it came to that. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to just try a Trials of Osiris. I was there yesterday. Things were rough. It didn't go well for me. But even saying that, I managed to win a few rounds. I never won a full match, 0. But I need about 8 more rounds won, and then I will be able to check off that seasonal weekly triumph. So let's go in and see if I can do a couple of these. Yes, Dazzy, that's one of my favorite. Vow of the Disciple is actually one of my favorite raids. I really like it. I think it's great. Rook just has so much attitude. He's gonna be hard to beat. My least favorite, I guess is it Salvation's Edge? It's my least favorite. If I rank them all, that'll be my least favorite. But now, having said that out loud, I put it on digital. I've only been through there 4 times. If I had been through there 50 times, I could really, speak more intelligently about that. But I don't go back in there because I don't love it. I don't love it. Rook, on the other hand, I jumped to go back in there. And I even like Root of Nightmares because it's so good looking. It's just the color palette. It's so good looking. Water. Hello, Water.
I'd let you play any raid that's not Salvation's Edge. I just can't stand that raid. It's just,
oh, we got one. We got one. Which one is that, Zatu?
The one you were talking about, Salvation's Edge, it's a no-no for me.
Oh, it is for me too. It is. Ali, I wished I could love it. I wish that I loved it. These guys know what they're doing. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die.
I don't know, I feel like a raid, like a normal raid, you shouldn't be like wetting in a normal raid and just a normal raid should just be zoning off and just chilling like that. That's when like Master and all obviously those higher difficulties come into it. Like you shouldn't have to. Yeah, that's my mentality anyway. To do that.
I tried to get him. No, I didn't see him. He was invis. Darn you, Hunter. Darn you. That's muscles. He's bold. No, we were laminated. But yeah, I love Deepstone Crypt a lot. I'm a fan of Deepstone. There's so many of them I just like. And, you know, I feel like I like this. Jason, I like the Explorer. I feel like Explorer would be so good just to bring that out. And and everything so people can have a chance to learn. Oh, he was fast. He was fast. That's Guardian 1402. He's probably from a big family of Guardians, but he don't know it because we lose our memories when we're brought back.
Yeah, for sure. That X4 difficulty is very good for like new players or players that have returned to the game.
And we really need that. We need it, Zatu. We need it. Chat. Jason is Zatu in game. Water's aggressive, let me tell you. He is, Now I slid, I moved, I was going for the revive. In my mind, I was going to do the right thing. That guy's a teabagger. That guy is a teabagger. What was his name? I missed it. When I didn't make my next tea video, I need to have that and show the teabaggers.
I'm going to jump out anyway, Ran, so I'm going to leave you to your trials, but I will still be in chat, so I'll be in there.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate hanging out with you today.
No worries, I'll maybe be back later on if you're still on. Alright, see ya.
Oh, Guardians, that was a 0-0-0. We tripled it. I slid. He should have burned. There should have been something there. I slid. But, no, I got one. I got one round. So now I need, you know, a little bit more. Oh, Ali, it's, you know, it's... luckily, I've been with just, you know, phenomenal people because I'm ranking there. Ali, I don't want to bring you guys down. But thank you, and yes, I might take you up on that. Do you guys have a good team, Ali, that you play with? I just have to let everybody know I'm not really that great in that raid because I don't know everything that has to be done. Now, I can point and shoot. And I take direction. Did this do anything here? Okay, I got the arc one completed. Anything else? Solar. These are going away in 2 hours. I don't think I can get these. I don't think I can. Those guys were moving so fast. They have super eye-hand coordination. Super. Let's go get rid of this. I need to turn this in. I'm trying to keep everything cleaned up. I'm going to go turn this in at the lectern. Let's go see Eris Morn. This is not current day Eris Morn. This is a little snippet of time back when Eris, you know, lived there on the moon. Eris was trapped on the moon for so long. Why didn't she take a permanent place away from there? But now she's got her own throne world. and it looks moonish. I mean, Eris, change the color palette. Make it prettier, because Savathun's got a throne world that was changing. Once she got the light, her throne world started changing. Because when you go deep into Savathun's throne world, there's a lot of ugly that's still there. But I need Eris Morn to bring some light and bright into her throne world. Okay, Lectern, here I am. Lectern. Alright, and I don't know that I'm going to take all of these again. But Ollie, how many times have you ran it? How many times have you been in there? Because I know you and Belt are phenomenal players. All you have to do is go back and look at the evidence in my past live streams, and you guys are phenomenal. All right, now, what do I want to do here? Let me look at the quest and see, is there anything obtainable that I am following? Okay, so now I need 7 wins. I need just 7 in Trials of Osiris. And maybe I will save that. And I know if I save it for this evening, there'll be super fast people in there, and I will never make it anywhere. Never. Triumphs, I don't think I have anything I can click off. Seasonal, is there something that's obtainable on Europa? And this is XP Plus. Earn progress by completing bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors on Europa. How many would it take to get that? How many? Let's track that. Let's go do one of those and just find out what one would give me. I like Europa. Varix and I, we've known each other for a long time. A long time. I do like Concealed Void. This is my favorite, though, Perdition. So let's go down here. Guardians, let me check my climate control again. I'm going to be right back. Dazzy, Perdition is the best. I'm going to go see, because she can't see me, and she's turned it off. I'll be right back. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you. All right, now I'm here. This is Europa. icy. And we think that, you know, in the real world, if we go into the real world, that this would be, you know, kind of like a big ice planet, Hoth. This would be like Hoth from Star Wars, icy. I wonder, is this palatable? You know, this water, is it palatable? Additional word of the day, palatable. I don't know. I don't know. Potable. Is it potable? Would it taste good? I don't know. This could be something like that horrible methane on Titan. Look at this one. You Vex. You're out here causing trouble. I've got the tickle fingers after you. Fallen, you could be growing crops right now in the EDZ. Why are you out here in this icy planet? You're going to find no ether here. Alright, now I want to go in. Let's see how much this is going to give me. I am tracking this. Let's take a look. I'm at 67%. I'm going to write it down. I've got a little notebook right here. 67% on Europa. Let's find out where I'm at if I do one of these. Now, this is not selectable. This is just a straight up lost sector. What did I put in here? Oh, no. I got Battler in here. This will take all my ammo. But if I let it take all my ammo, maybe the ammo fairies will come. I'm going to switch this again. It's not going to take all the ammo from my Psychopomp. But yeah, Dazzy, I really enjoy going through this, and I'm hoping that, you know, let's find out what it gives me. Wow, she moved on fast. I got her. I got her, Guardians. You know, there's something in me that I don't want her to escape. I don't like for her to get away. Holy moly, this thing gives me explosions. This brings the fireworks to the party. Look at that. Look at that. Did I get any ammo to fall at all? Guardians, this is Lotus Eater Adept with shoot to loot and destabilizing rounds. I also like it with beacon rounds. Shoot to loot I love, but just in this casual play, I don't really need shoot to loot because I'll just run up on them and punch them in the face. But normally I like it a lot. No ammo, no ammo. Wow, look at that. Eat on that. Come on, Big Bird. Come on now. Where's your sister? She's a little bit smarter than her brother was. Come on, Big Bird. Come on. Piece of ammo, piece of ammo. I think this is probably one of the funnest lost sectors out there. Guardians, if you took a look at all the lost sectors, which one is the most fun? I need to know. Leave me a comment. Out of all the lost sectors, which one is the most fun? Ooh, these harpies. They were so much prettier in D1. What happened to you ladies now? You don't have your finery on. Alright, as soon as I open this, or maybe even when I took the boss of this place out, let's find out. 80%. So I was at 67. You know, that was 13 points. Let's do this one again. Resource, because I think I can get this complete. Resource. I think I can get this completed. You know, we'll get another. I'll need 2 more. 2 more. But I'm okay with that. Lotus Eater. I am so pleased with it, Guardians. Out of all the rocket-assisted sidearms, what's your favorite? I have Lotus Eater, and I have Tanasha's Mastery on me. But if you had to pick one rocket-assisted frame, which one would it be? Leave me a comment. Alright, I can turn around and go back in. Let's use this Lotus Eater and see how good it is. Now, remember, I don't like this old girl to be able to do a thing except DED. And that got her. That got her. Let's get here on this crate. Whoa! Why you gotta be so mean? I could be here on a peace mission. Come on over. Alright, that should be it. That should be it. Few orbs lying around here. And of course, I'm out of ammo. Resource. I'll grab these. And they make that one made a little bit of difference. That one did too. But I don't have to worry about, you know, the hate that is the Hydra mind. Soupy, how are you, buddy? How's your day off? Walk into that. Walk on by. That should give me some ammo. No ammo? Where's those wyverns? Come out, wherever you are. Woo, look at her. That's the smart one. Her name's Wyvern. Don't worry, I didn't forget you. Come on up. Come on up. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. No ammo down there. I got nothing. Let me prepare for battle here. Is this a good spot? A lot of columns in the way. Wow, this machine gun, I don't think there's ever been one like it before. Maybe the original 21% Delirium. Because it was good. It was good back in the day. Grab that. I need to grab it. Resource. Now let's take a look and see where I'm at. Where am I? 93%. One more, Guardians, and we will have this completed. Remember, I am on a journey to get the most XP so that I can hit another level. Right now, I'm at 2043. I'd like to be at 2050 before the season ends. Could it be possible? Maybe. Maybe. These Vex, I always felt like, based on my long-term history inside of the game of Destiny, D1, D2, Double D Gamer, I always felt like the Vex were the real threat. But as time has gone on, they have been revealed to have bad programming, poor logic. Very poor logic. And, you know, we were told that they were going to control time and do all kinds of stuff, and it just never happened. Oh, ammo. And a few power pellets. Grab the pellet. Where is the best place? You know, should we do it on the staircase? Where's the best place to just take them all down? Hello, my goodness, you're aggressive. Wait your turn. I took the smart one out first. Wow. This thing puts on a show. And here she is, straight from the runways of Vegas. Miss I Need a Show. I think this one will do it, Guardians. Let's get the O-Boss out of the way. Bye! When this first introduced, it was so rough. On any version, you know, you could just come in here on the easy version, and it was rough. Now, I don't think that counted. I have to open the chest, right? 93, this should do it. I'm going to open the chest and have victory. Yes, Europa activities finished. Complete. Let's click it off. What does it give me? That's XP plus. Let's look and see, where am I? I'm at 2.272. 2.272. 2.383. So I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Dazzy, they were. Europa, there's so much of it I feel like we don't play in. You know, all the Braytech science area, there's just so much of it that we don't play in. You really have to go to the map and you have to select like the Empire Hunt, Dark Priestess. You know, there's things you have to do here, like the simulation survival. This thing is a blast. It's an absolute blast. And we end up not really doing a lot with it. Or I don't. I mean, other people might. This whole area up here, such a good little place to go, hang out and play. If they would put a public event up here and, attach something good to it, I think people would head up there and play. But as it is, unless you're on something very specific, it's not a lot to do. It's not a lot to do. All right, now I'm going to go to the tower. Did anything drop that I might have missed? Anything? I like going to the tower. I'm social that way in D2. If I'd have been social on a social level, not just work level, because in work, I was very social because, it's part of what my work was. So I, talked to thousands of people and, worked with a big team and just had to do all of that. And that could be the reason solitude was so nice at home, because you're out there at work, and many times it was 7 days a week. You're out there working with people nonstop. And so the solitude of home, could still be today while I just enjoy sitting here and hanging out with you guys. That could be one of the reasons. Arc, jolting a target, sends out chain lightning that damages nearby targets. I like arc. I've been arcing it up for weeks, months. I need to try to journey back to prismatic. Cat, I have both. I have a lot of loose leaf, and a viewer sent me a wonderful tea scale. It's designed for tea, and I've got to make a video with it. A really phenomenal viewer sent that to me as a gift. And I do have loose leaf, and I have bag tea. If I'm in a rush, it's bagged. And then if I have a little bit more time, I do the loose leaf. Kat, what about you? What do you do? Loose leaf or tea bag? Oh, I have nothing here? Katie, I know she's relieved. She's normally juggling a whole bunch of stuff for me.
Welcome.
Am I going to take this last one? I guess I'm going to save it. I like how it looks. I like how it looks. All right. Katie's got something now. She's happy. She has job security. Katie, what was it?
Checking.
A Titan mark at 2020. All right, I'm going to send that and just pick this up because, the marks do drop a little bit slower. It takes a while to get those. That's been what I have found. I have found that it takes a while. Kat, I'm with you. I am with you. There's so many flavors, and you can mix your own loose leaf teas. You can add what you like and, add some of those additional things to give you that very specific flavor. Like, I love bergamot. And black pico is a favorite of mine. But, I do a lot of different ones. Oh, Lighthouse, will I see you again? When will I see you again? Deep Sight. I need to complete Last Wish and a Garden of Salvation run. And what was this? Crucible Final Blows with clanmates. I don't know. That expires in 23 hours. I guess tomorrow at reset, that'll be done. It'll be done. Okay, these things are looking vacant, so I feel like I'm getting a little bit of work completed. I still need this. I need the winds. I need that. Going fast. Shared Fire. Solar Sundered Doctrine. And then the Arc Strider kills on my Hunter with Tempest Strike. Guardians, I'm going to break for lunch. Listen now. Come back. Hang out. Cat, again, I want to reiterate. how appreciative I am of what you've done in my channel. Thank you. You know, someday, maybe I will make it. Maybe I will make it someday. And it's thanks to viewers like you. I appreciate it. Come back, Guardians. Hang out with me. Let's be friends. I am Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, Destiny 2. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you.